Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and good evening. Alright, so we continue our previous discussion on my school paper 3 SPM 2020 paper, right? So now we look at section B, okay, but I skipped question number 3, so we look at number 4 first. Alright, so diagram 4.1 shows an electric bell, okay, which rings softly when switch is pressed. Okay, this is a switch press, and then the bell rings softly. And in 4.2 shows the same bell ring loudly when the switch is pressed. Okay, now we look at the diagram. Okay, switch, and then this is labeled as electromagnet, and can see, okay, bell, two cell, right? So we have two cell here, and then soft sound. Then the second diagram, okay, you look at the electromagnet also, look at the number of turns, all right? Now there is no changes in number of turns, but they are using 4 battery now, okay, 4 cell of the power supply, and then the sound is louder. Okay, now look at the question. So you must have in your mind this is something to do with electromagnet. Okay, based on the information and the observation, so you need to write an inference, a hypothesis. Then after that, they give you solenoid, rheostat, direct current power supply, and paper clips and other apparatus. Describe an experimental framework to investigate the hypothesis that you already mentioned above here. And then in your description, you need to write all this. Okay, I think you are familiar with this already if you are Form 5 student. Alright, so the aim and then the variable. So aim here will be 1 mark and then variable will be 2 marks. Okay, so manipulated responding 1 mark, constant variable 1 mark, list of apparatus material 1 mark, apparatus arrangement, the diagram will be 1 mark, procedure, there will be 3 tick for the procedure, later we look at it, and then the table, okay, where you how you tabulate your data, and then how you analyze, so means that your graph here. So all together will be 2 plus 10, so means that 12 marks. Okay, now look at the question, the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so as I told you just now, my student get full mark for paper 3. Okay, so this is his answer. So the inference, loudness of bell ring depends on the number of cell. This one betul, we accept. Okay, you use the word depends, and then okay, loudness of bell ring depends on the number of cell. And then you look at the hypothesis. So the hypothesis, the greater the current flow in the circuit, the greater the current flow in the circuit, the greater the strength of the electromagnet. Yeah, this is the second mark. Okay, means that hypothesis correct. So you use the word greater, greater. Okay, current and strength of the electromagnet. You don't use voltage. Okay, a better word to use, a better physical quantity will be current. Okay, so the more the number of cell, dry cell, the more the current produced. Okay, so the greater the current, the greater the strength of the electromagnet. Now, if let's say you use the same physical quantity, what I mean is, if let's say you use current and the strength of the electromagnet for your inference, can or not? Can, it will be correct. What I mean is, let's say you write the strength of the electromagnet depends on the current. That one also correct. Okay, so means that inference and hypothesis, you can use the same physical quantity. But most important is your hypothesis. Make sure you use correct, manipulated, and responding variable. And make sure the variable that you choose is something that can be tested in the school lab. Okay, in the school lab. So no need to have the electric bell here, or maybe diagram. Let's say the diagram got other thing, let's say horses ke, jangan lukis lah. Alright, so use something that can be tested in physics lab. Now, once you already written correct hypothesis, so your aim will follow. Okay, just memorize the sentence lah. Okay, investigate the relationship between, just write this, current and the strength of the electromagnet. Then the variable, manipulated current, Responding strength of the electromagnet. Then, but when you do experiment, the strength of the electromagnet will be represented by the number of paper clips attracted to the solenoid. So put this in bracket. Okay, and see here, when you write your variable, it's good to write the symbol behind. Okay, same goes to this, so that you can use the standard symbol in your description. And then the constant variable should be the number of turns of coil. Yes, this is correct. Okay, number of turns, not number of coil, but number of turns of coil. Okay, so the apparatus material, okay, so apparatus material and the diagram should be tally, sama. Whatever the apparatus material that you label in your diagram must be written in the apparatus material up here. And then at least your apparatus can be used to get the reading, to get the responding variable. Alright, so here, this part cikgu rasa tak ada masalah lah. And then the direct current here, you can also terus, here the switch boleh tutup terus sebenarnya. Okay, it goes, yeah, boleh tutup terus and then label it as switch. And then for the direct current, it's good to draw the symbol. Okay, so this one is correct because already label lah direct current, but it's good to use dry cell symbol to show it is a direct current. Then another one is here. So this one will be the iron core. Okay, label lah. Okay, teras besi. Here, labelkan. Okay, and then the series circuit should be series circuit. Mesti ada ammeter wajib because your manipulated variable is current. So you must have the ammeter. And then of course you need rheostat. Okay, to change, to fix the value of current. Okay. So with that, so in your procedure mesti ada ammeter, wajib ada ammeter. Of course the rest lah, macam battery. If let's say you look like this, if let's say no battery, can get the reading or not? If cannot, means that battery is compulsory. Okay, that is how we give mark. Maksudnya the apparatus that you give minimum should be able to help you to get your responding variable value. Okay. That will be 1 mark each. Now the procedure. So there will be 3 marks for the procedure. Seperti biasa. This one tak ada markah but just write lah. Set up the apparatus above. Connect 50 turns of coil for the solenoid. This one pun tak ada markah but good to write. Now the one that we give mark will be the first manipulated variable value. This will be the first mark. Here. Okay, don't forget this. Power supply turn on, the switch is turned on. Then adjust the rheostat so that the current is 0.5. This is the first manipulated variable value. Mesti make sure ada unit lah. So this is the first mark. So second mark will be the how you get the responding variable. If got instrument, tuliskan instrument. But now this one we just count. You see, count and record. Memorize this keyword. Ataupun measure and record. But now you need to count. Count and record the number of paper clips attracted to the solenoid. See, symbol and good to have symbol. So this is the second mark. And then mark number 3 will be for the repeat manipulated value. Mesti ada at least 4 value repeat, just like this. Current is the manipulated variable just now. So repeat the experiment using current flowing in the circuit I 1.0 because the starting is 0.5. Okay, 1.0 ampere. Mesti ada unit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sekurang-kurangnya ulang 4 kali to get mark number 3 for the procedure. Okay, jelas? Now, the tabulation of data, okay, 2 columns. So, the first column will be your manipulated variable. At least ada symbol dengan unit. And then your responding variable, alright. Now, no unit because you count the number of paper clips, alright. So, just write the symbol lah. And then, the manipulated variable value just now, tuliskan di dalam. So, this is 1 mark. Then, finally, your graph. Graph, Graph need to be careful also. I don't know why some student confused. They sometimes write the manipulated variable on the vertical axis. So mesti ingat manipulated should be at the horizontal axis. Responding should be at the vertical axis. So responding variable here is the strength of the electromagnet represented by the number of paper clips attracted to the solenoid. So this must be written, alright? Together with the symbol that you use. And then current horizontal axis. So that is your mark number 12. Okay, so hopefully you can understand this. Okay, cikgu harap semua boleh faham. Okay, this is important, alright? Okay. If katakan you have any question, any problem, please write in the comment below, alright? Okay, next. Okay, we go back to number 3. So diagram 3.1 shows an object in front of a bulb. The object is 10 centimeter from the convex lens. The screen is placed behind the lens and the distance is adjusted until a sharp image is formed on the screen. So the distance between object and lens is then increased as shown in diagram 3.2. So the image formed on the screen in diagram 3.2 is smaller than 3.1. Okay, so these are the diagram. So similar, okay, but the difference will be here. So this the distance here. This is greater. Okay, so the distance between the object and the lens. So this is the object distance, U. Then can see the one that is highlighted is the size of the image. Can see here, smaller. So means that this one is smaller size of image. So size of image here, you can use the word height of the image, ketinggian. H untuk image here. So can see that when U is smaller, okay, when U is smaller, means that lebih semakin kecil U, when the object distance is smaller, so can see that the height of the image is greater here. Kan? If the object distance is longer, so can see that the height of the image is smaller. So from here, you need to write your inference and hypothesis, and they give you apparatus such as they give you only convex lens. Alright, so how to write the answer? Again, I'm using my student's answer. Okay, lain handwriting compared to the previous one. Okay, yang penting your handwriting can be read. Now, inference. Okay, make sure tuliskan nombor soalan just like this. Number 3, 3A, 3B. Alright, 3A, 3B. Make sure ada nombor soalan. Okay, jangan biar just like that. Okay, 3A, 3B, 3C, 1, C2 and so on. Now, as usual, for the inference, okay, physics is very simple. Just use the word depends on, depended on, affected by, semua boleh. Okay, cikgu, okay, salah satunya will be depends on. So, height of the image depends on the object distance. Confirm can get mark. Okay, then the hypothesis, the greater the object distance, the smaller the height of the image. And then aim, since you're manipulated and responding already correct, so dah boleh bagi markah. But sometimes student use the word size. Size of image pun boleh diterima. But I will prefer student to use the word height because height can be measured easily. Size, what is the size? Are you talking about the height or the diameter? Kan? So this one macam hanging a bit lah. Okay, size will be hanging a bit. But better to use height. Alright, now, the manipulated variable will be the object distance. Okay, actually, this one no need, but my student write it. Okay, no. Object distance betul. And then the responding variable, height of the image. Okay, this one tak perlu buat represent. Already correct. These two, both correct, is 1 mark. Salah satu salah, it will be wrong. Okay, and then the constant variable will be the focal length. How to memorize this? So this actually come from this formula, lens formula, 1 over U plus 1 over V equal 1 over F. Kan? Okay, so now when U change, V also change. And then F will be fixed. Okay, because you are using the same convex lens. Alright? Boleh ha? Apparatus material. Okay, when you draw your diagram, make sure all the apparatus are in line. Okay, mesti dalam satu garis. Okay, jangan sengit menyengit lah. It must be satu garisan. When you do this experiment, kalau your diagram ada apparatus is not in line, you will not get the image form on the screen correctly. Okay, so yeah, yang penting will be here. Okay, bulb, make sure ada tulis power supply. Sambung ke power supply. Otherwise, the bulb cannot light up. Okay, and then you have the object, and then label it lah. U will be the object distance, V will be the image distance. You label. Alright. So the screen here, the image should be inverted. Okay, inverted. Okay, masih bagi markah. So apparatus material just salin apa yang ada kat bawah. Yang penting will be power supply, ruler mesti ada, because you want to measure the length, kan? The object distance measured using meter rule. So mesti ada ruler. The size of the image also will be using meter rule. Okay. Okay, look at this diagram. Can we give mark or not for this diagram? Nampakkah ada sengitnya? Okay, you see the position of the ruler. This is the lens. Okay, so if like this, although the diagram is quite nice, okay, but we don't give mark. Okay, because of the cardboard, light, lens and white screen are not in line. Okay, and then the ruler mesti panjang sampai belakang lah, like that. Okay, so careful with your diagram. It's good to write like this. 2 power supply. Okay, sambung ke power supply. Can use 2 wire lah. 2 power supply. Okay, as for the procedure, so here, see, convex lens placed at a distance 3F from the bulb. You can, okay, kejap. And oh yeah, so the screen with cutted triangle is placed 10 centimeter away from the convex lens. So this one, I consider this as the object distance. If you want to make your sentence simpler, you can just write the object is adjusted, okay, so that the object distance U is equal 10 centimeter, because the first mark for the procedure will be your first manipulated variable value. So means that this is mark number 1. Okay, good to have symbol. Then the screen placed behind the convex lens, switch the bulb. This one wajib bulb mesti ada switch on. And then the distance adjusted until sharp image form on the screen. Then here, the distance between convex lens and screen is measured and recorded. So this one is no need, because you are focusing on the size of the image. So you can just write the height of the image. Boleh tulis height of the image H, okay, is measured using ruler and recorded. Okay, measured using ruler. Meter rule pun boleh lah. Okay, biasa ruler. Okay, ruler measured using ruler and recorded. Okay, so that will be your mark number 2. Then mark number 3 will be repeat experiment using object distance. Make sure you have 4 more reading. Just now is 10, then put 15 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 25, 30. So this is mark number 3 for the procedure. Okay, next one will be the table. Senang kan? There. Object distance U centimeter, height of the image H centimeter. Tuliskan the object distance that you choose just now. Then finally your kan? So this one sayang sangat the 1 mark. Okay, cubalah don't make this mistake anymore. Alright, so my student here, she show you this mistake so that everybody will learn from this mistake. Okay, jangan buat salah lagi lah. So the manipulated variable should be on the horizontal axis. Okay, horizontal axis. Ingat lah. Ingat ringgit Malaysia. R responding variable, vertical axis. M manipulated variable, horizontal axis. Okay, so we already finished discussing the question that I had for my student in SMK Batu Lintang. Yeah, later I will try to record paper 2. Okay, so please follow, like and subscribe share with your friends. So hopefully this can help you all. Okay, so hopefully everybody can score paper 3 and also paper 2. All right, so all the best. Okay, bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.